The Love Boat originally was a movie called The Love Boat. It wasn't a series. And when Doug Kramer called me in to do it, he said, basically, we're going to... Doug Kramer had been the president of Paramount Television when I did Love American Style. And now he was partnered with Aaron Spelling. And he said, essentially, what we're going to do is Love American Style on the seas. Except this cast of characters will run through it, not just individual episodes, but we have the captain, the ship, and the people in the... And then onto the ship every week will come different people, cast of characters, who bring their stories with them, but our people from the ship will interact. So there's a basic difference between Love American Style and Love Boat. The first episode was a movie. It was a 2-hour movie called The Love Boat. There was no song, which I scored. And I think I did a second and maybe a third Love Boat movie. And I think there was a fourth that I didn't do. I asked Paul Williams to write a lyric. And he did, and he wrote a wonderful...
Why did you choose him?
Paul and I had started to work together in a movie called One on One. It was a wonderful picture with Robbie Benson about basketball, a young fellow, and the star of a college team. And we wrote about 5 songs, I think, together that Seals and Crofts sang. And one of them became a sort of a hit, My Fair Share for Seals and Crofts. And so I think this was the next project that came up, and I loved working with Paul, and still do, you know. And so I asked him to do that with me, so he wrote. But now in that case, I think I wrote the Love Boat theme first, because that grew out of the initial movie called The Love Boat. And maybe I changed a little bit, and we made it into a theme, and he had the lyric, became a song. And a kind of amusing story about that I've told a number of times is that when I went to Aaron Spelling's office to Doug Kramer to play the Love Boat song, I got there with the demo of the song that I'd done with this group of singers and musicians. And at Aaron's office at 20th Century Fox, there wasn't a tape machine or cassette machine available. So I said, well, okay, we're here with 20th Century Fox. Let's find a piano. I'll do it live. I'll sing it live. Well, the secretary got on the horn and found out a few minutes later there was no pianos available at all to play the song. So I didn't know how he was going to get to hear the song without a piano, without a tape machine. So finally I said, all right, Aaron, here goes. Love, exciting and new, come aboard. We will welcome you to the Love Boat. And I sang the song a cappella like that, snapping my fingers. And anyway, so that's how they heard it. And they liked it that way. That was always a curious thing for me. They could hear it. I asked for Jack Jones to sing it. And he was great. He was just a perfect voice. And he was great. He was great to work with. And he for the first 10 years of the show, he was the sound of the show. In the 11th year, the 12th year, they asked me to get Dionne Warwick to sing the song. They were just, very often they'll do that, you know. Actually, the same with Happy Days. After 10 years, they asked me to change the sound of the theme. Some were trying to get some more life out of the show, injecting some new life. So I asked a fellow named Bobby Arvin to come in and sing Happy Days. And he's made a whole career out of it, actually. He does, in his nightclub, he does a lot of work on the boats. I've seen his act. He's terrific, and he does like interpretations of great singers like Elvis Presley doing Happy Days. He's built a kind of a career out of his being on the show. Jack Jones was great. He was a major singer, great star, and lovely guy, and it was the right choice.
Did you make any changes musically when Dionne Warwick recorded?
I did, yeah, because it was 10 years later, so it made it a little bit more contemporary sounding, you know. When we did that show, I kind of did more of a disco sound. It was sort of prevalent at the time. And it gave it a lot of fire and a lot of energy. And later on when I did it with her, different key, first of all, it needed some new life. So I know I featured a couple of guitars and more of an energetic pop rhythm section. Definitely not disco.